Hi guys, so today I just wanted to teach you about making optical illusions on the computer. So here's a really simple one that I made using a Microsoft Paint, but you can also use Photoshop if you know how to use Photoshop, but sometimes I like to do things in Paint because it's a really simple and easy program for making digital art. Now, first thing, I found this great website called opticsforkids.org, and it's got some really cool examples of optical illusions. If I go back to click on here, and a little bit of information, and it basically, I'm just going to read here. Optical illusions can use color, light, and patterns to create images that can be deceptive or misleading to our brains. So, and if we go down here, this is a great sentence. Optical illusions simply trick our brains into seeing things which may or may not be real. Now, a lot of the time, optical illusions are drawings that you look at and you think you see something that you don't. So let's have a look at the elephant. So this one is about sort of tricking you about how many legs you can see. So this one is probably been drawn by somebody, but the ones I really like are the ones that are using geometric shapes made on the computer. And that's what I'm going to be looking at today. So some of these ones are quite complicated and I don't think I could do this myself, or I don't know, we could probably do this, but it would take many hours. So I'm going to show you how to make a really simple one. So after having a look at this, you can go through and play with some of the optical illusions. I'm going to show you how to make a really simple optical illusion. Now this one is basically, I've kind of tried to make one that looks like the star is going further and further back and sort of confuse your eye a little bit to make it look a bit three-dimensional. So, and like even if you stare at it long enough, it might even look like the star is kind of moving a little bit because of the colors. So all you need to do is go File, New, make a new, I don't want to save that. So make a new piece of paper and then you can come up here to the Shapes tool and choose a shape that you want to work with. Now maybe I'll do a love heart and start drawing in your love hearts. Now, okay, so once you've got one shape down, you can go back in and add another one. So getting them aligned is probably the trickiest part of this. You do need to do a little bit of shuffling around to get your shapes matched up because you want them to gradually get smaller and smaller. So once you've got your shape in place, you can just click out and it will take away your move control tools. And then you can go in there and add another one. So put it in, you're happy, just click out and then start doing another one. So what I do is sort of line it up and then you can use these transform control tools, these little dots on the edge of the square, just to move your shape around. So you can do it with any shape. There's even a lightning bolt here if you'd like to give it a go. So again, just click out of it, come back in here, draw your shape again. I'm going to speed this up a bit so that you don't have to wait around for me all day. So if you could get as many as you like. Now, I'm going to come down here and zoom in a little bit, and that's just going to help me get right up close, and I'll just bring this over here so I can get those love hearts really tiny in there. We want as many love hearts as possible to create this optical illusion that we almost want it to appear like the love heart is popping out of the screen from nowhere, right from the middle of nowhere. And if you can do it tiny enough, you can really trick the eye into thinking that it's come from nowhere. I'm going to shrink that down. Really, oh gosh, I'm going to have to zoom in a bit more. And play, so I don't know if I can get much smaller than that. I'll zoom in again. You can see the image is getting really pixelated now. Photoshop is, the good thing about Photoshop is you can get a higher quality image. So if I zoom out, now you can see I've got my love heart, and it really does look like this love heart is sort of popping out right from the middle of the screen and kind of moving in those waves of lines. Then you're going to choose a couple colours. Now it's up to you what the colours you want to be. Now I'm going to use blue, and a light and a dark works well, so I'm going to use a light blue and a dark blue. So I'll start with my dark blue and go up and get your paint bucket tool, and you can just start by painting in, I'm going to paint in every second love heart and right down in the middle, and then I'm going to get my light blue, and again I'm going to do every second love heart. And I'll just zoom out, see how that's looking. Now I've missed a few around the edges. So this one needs to be blue. And I'll just go back, this one needs to be dark blue. Now, that looks pretty good. So the more love hearts or the more shape, whatever shape you choose, the more you can squeeze in there, the more effective your optical illusion can be. But that is pretty much it. It's a pretty simple concept. So give it a go using either Microsoft Paint or Adobe Photoshop. Good luck!